Just watched the first episode of Scarlet Nexus, a show that was produced by Bandai Namco Arts. They've produced 58 different anime, their top 3 being That Time I Reincarnated as a Slime, Megalobox, and Redo of Healer. The studio behind Scarlet Nexus is Sunrise. They've animated 537 different titles, their top 3 being Code Geass, Cowboy Bebop, and Gintama. The director for Scarlet Nexus is Hiroyuki Nishimura. He's never directed a show before, but that's not to say he's a total newbie to the industry. He's got about 30 credits as an animator, 11 credits for storyboarding, and about 12 more for various higher level positions like episode director, chief animation director, and 6 of those 12 times character design. So it's not surprising that he does character design for Scarlet Nexus on top of directing. His most well-rated work at those higher levels is being chief animation director for Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin, which has an 8 out of 10. And it's pretty hard to get a score that high when you're averaging the reviews of thousands of people. From the clips I've seen of the show, the animation looks pretty great. Scarlet Nexus is an adaptation of a video game. I know that type of thing scares some Western viewers because over here we have an abundance of bad video game movies. However, video game adaptations into anime don't usually suffer from the same low quality. A good example is Clannad. A lot of people really don't even know that that's based off a video game. That's enough about production. What's the actual show about? Well, monsters called Others have begun eating people, and we follow some cadets from the Other Suppression Force who, suppress the others with various types of psychic powers. We mainly follow Yuito and Kasane, who are the 2 characters you can play as in the game. This episode, we mainly followed Yuito as he and a bunch of people become cadets and get into fights with some monsters. So it's mainly a sci-fi action show, but there is some mystery underlying the whole thing. The backstory of the world and characters isn't laid out in full in this first episode, so it's definitely trying to keep viewers interested with the promise of some answers. The fights are done somewhat in CG, which I can promise doesn't look bad. In fact, I thought it looked pretty good. My biggest complaint about the show is probably just the character design of Yuito. He isn't a super edgy character, but his hair is a bit of an eyesore. It might just be a personal thing, but to me he looks like one of the goth kids from South Park. I think this show's success will hinge on the CG staying quality, the mystery getting some good payoff, and the anime not becoming too confusing or convoluted. At the moment, I'm not planning on skipping the show, but I'm not planning on watching it either. If I have time, I'll get to it, It's not a definite gotta watch, it's not a definite gotta skip. For me, anyway. My Anime List has the show scored around a 6.7. LiveChart.me has the show scored around a 7.6. And AniList has it at an average score of about 63%. I couldn't find the info on how many episodes long this show will be, but I know each episode will be 22 to 24 minutes long. And finally, if you want to watch the show, it's streaming on Funimation. That's about it. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.